Welcome to 6 Minutes as we look at the considerable impact of the honeybee in Australia. I'm Winston Hawke. Australia's farms and ecosystems hum with the work of the European honeybee, Apis mellifera. Introduced in 1822, it's now indispensable to agriculture, yet controversial in conservation. Honeybees pollinate around 1/3 of our food supply and contribute billions of dollars a year to the economy. They also visit hundreds of native plant species, extending beyond orchards into eucalypt forests and urban gardens. But they're not native. Feral colonies compete with Australia's 1,700 indigenous bee species for nectar, pollen, and nesting hollows. As climate change, pesticides, and parasites threaten all pollinators, the question is no longer just how bees serve us. It's how we coexist with them. Today, we sit down with an expert who lives the issue every day. Barry, a veteran honeybee from a managed Victorian hive. Barry, thank you for joining me. Australia wasn't always home to Apis mellifera. What changed when your species arrived?
You're right, Winston. When we came over, the land was already buzzing with native pollinators, stingless bees, blue-banded bees, flower wasps. But we're social, efficient, and easy to manage, so farmers leaned on us. Over time, we filled gaps in big crop pollination. Almonds, apples, canola. Jobs native bees couldn't cover at scale.
Critics say feral honeybees damage native ecosystems. How fair is that?
Yeah, there's truth in it. Dense feral hives can strip nectar before natives get a go, and we take up nesting hollows used by gliders and parrots. I'd say it's about balance. Managed hives placed carefully can limit that pressure.
Okay, Barry, let's talk pollination and food security. If honeybees vanish tomorrow, what happens?
You'd still get some crops, but yields would nosedive. Almonds alone rely on about 280,000 hives each bloom. Native insects can help, but they need more habitat and time to scale.
Barry, what are the biggest threats facing bees here?
Varroa destructor mites. They've breached the east coast. You've got pesticides that mess up our navigation, and climate swings that desynchronise flowers. Every stress stacks on another. When nectar's scarce, diseases hit harder.
Do you think Australians understand your role?
People like the honey, sure, but few see how linked we are to their groceries and their gardens. Education's improving, schools, councils, backyard keepers, yet we still need clearer policy on hive density near national parks.
So, to be frank, you're not native. Should Australia fight to keep you?
Managed, yes. Wild, less so. We should support native bees first, but removing us entirely would crush food production. The sustainable path is coexistence. Regulate feral hives, diversify pollinators, and restore native flora.
And Barry, one more question. Are bees conscious or emotional?
Maybe not like you, but we learn, remember scents, even show optimism after sugary rewards. Call it awareness, not emotion. Enough to matter when you're deciding how we're treated.
Honeybees embody both benefit and burden. They sustain human life yet reshape native ecologies. The science is clear. Relying on a single pollinator is risky. Australia needs a mosaic of species, landscapes, and stewardship. Sustainability lies in reducing chemical use, restoring wildflowers, and valuing the quiet labour of native pollinators alongside managed hives.
Apis mellifera may not belong here by birthright, but after 2 centuries, it's part of Australia's living system. Our task isn't to choose between bees and biodiversity, it's to protect both. Because if the buzz stops, so does far more than the honey.